If he says, let's go with the flow, my sister, run. If you're a lady and you're looking forward into being in a committed relationship, the last thing you want is to be with someone who's there for games. On today's video, guys, I'll be sharing with you some toxic phrases you should never condone coming from a man. These toxic phrases can come from a guy that you are dating or a guy that you are in a relationship with. If a guy says these phrases to you, run. And this only applies for those who are not into games. Number 1, let's go with the flow. Ladies, don't fall for this, especially if you're a lady who's there for a serious relationship and you're not there for games. This phrase often comes from guys who don't want to be in a committed relationship, but they want you to be there for them, or they want you to be there so that they'll be having the girlfriend benefits from you, but they don't really want to be committed to you. And this is not a person you're supposed even to be with, or you're supposed to even to commit to. Because this is what happens. This is the guy who will be messaging you here and there when they want to get the benefits, and then he disappears, then he comes back again, and you surely don't want to be dealing with someone like that. So if a guy says this phrase to you, just run. Number 2, if you ever. Can you hear that tone? That is just a threat. So when someone tells you if you ever, don't just sit there to wait and see what they really meant when they told you that. Because this is life threatening, because you don't know what this person will do to you, and you will be there living in fear in choosing. Be very, very careful about what you say, because you don't know what this person might do to you. You don't know if they will start beating you, you don't know if they'll take something and hit you, and all of a sudden you lose your life. So if a guy ever says this kind of a phrase to you, like if you ever, that is just life threatening, and you should just run. Number 3, if I can't have you, nobody else can. There's really nothing cute with this phrase, because when someone tells you that, what are they gonna do? What do they actually mean? If they can't have you, nobody else can? This is life threatening, because this person is trying to tell you that you'd rather not exist than for them to see you with another person. And you know, sometimes things don't work and people go their separate ways. But if someone really comes to you and starts altering such comments to you, this is really something that it's not even funny, and you should not even tolerate it. And you should actually ask someone what they really mean by telling you this, because you are not supposed to stay with someone like that. And if by any chance you choose to stay, I think you should just be very, very careful about how you move with this kind of a person moving from there. So if a guy ever says this to you, just be very, very careful, or better yet, just run for your life. Number 4, you are my whole world. This sounds pretty nice on the surface, right? But when you dig a little bit deeper, you find that this is such an unhealthy situation, or an unhealthy behavior, that gives you the responsibility of putting another person's happiness on your shoulders, and it's such an unhealthy burden to carry. So if you're in this situation where a guy is telling you this kind of a phrase, you should really be careful, because this is a guy who wants his whole life to revolve around you. He doesn't want to occupy himself with other things, and that is such an unhealthy and a heavy burden to carry, which you're not even supposed to carry in the first place. So if a guy tells you this kind of a phrase, just run for your life, my sister. Number 5, I don't like labels. Here comes another guy who wants you to treat him like your boyfriend, but refuses to put a label on what you have together. He's just not ready to commit, and you should not commit to such a guy. And once again, he's just dodging the commitment issue, but he still wants you to act as if you guys have something going on together, but he doesn't want to put a label in it. So if a guy tells you this kind of a phrase, this is just an alarm to tell you to exit from his life, period. Number 6, I'm nothing without you. This phrase just screams stay away, because your partner or your lover or your husband or your boyfriend, they should never be your everything, and you should never make it seem as if you are nothing without them, because when you look at it, you have your whole life. You have your whole life outside this person. You have your family, you have your friends, you have things that you want to do without this person. So when you put it like you are nothing, or when a guy tells you that he's nothing without you, this is not really a person that you're supposed to be with, or such a phrase you're supposed to condone, because this person is telling you that if you're not there with their life, maybe they can even choose to end their lives, or it gives you so many things to think about, which is really not healthy. And this is not a person that you want to be with, because of course you want to be with a person who, even if you're not there, they will still choose to go on with their lives. That was it for today's video, guys. I really hope this video was interesting and helpful. If I missed any point, feel free to keep this conversation going down on the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about this video, about this topic. Also, don't forget to like this video so that it can be recommended to also people out there. Subscribe to my channel, click on that notification bell so that you will not miss any uploads. Until next week, bye.